afternoon, everyone. I am Daniel Espina. I will be reporting the case study of a U-shaped assembly line layout and their impact on labor productivity. So the executive summary is the basic objective of layout is to ensure a smooth flow of work, materials, and information through the system. So the basic meaning of facility is the space in which business activities takes place. So the layout and design of the space impact greatly how the work is done, the flow of work, materials, and information through the system. So the main experience for the researchers was the opportunity to expand and widen the knowledge on information processes, to conduct a research in the field and studies to get some practice in communication with potential providers of equipment and the ability to adapt preliminary plans according to the appearing information and conditions. So the result indicates that the labor productivity will improve significantly under certain conditions when switching from a zigzag line layout to a U-shaped layout, but not all the cases. Of this research is to empirically confirm that U-shaped assembly lines improve the labor productivity. So next. So introduction. So the garment production is an organized activity consisting of sequential processes such as laying, marking, cutting, stitching, checking, finishing, pressing, and packaging. So this is a process of converting raw materials into finished products. The sewing line layout can be defined as the way sewing workstations are placed in the sewing floor to form a line or batch that works in a single style. So in this study, we choose the Mactan Apparel Incorporation. Involves that detailed of redesign of an existing production facility. The production line layout problem is one of the most important research areas in industry. This problem concerns with the production processes, the utility of facilities, the life of equipment, and the production safety issues. Nowadays, the market competence has become even fierce, and in order to keep up with the competence, many enterprises introduce concepts such as just-in-time or JIT, lean production, and etc. to meet the various personalized demand of customers. So the decision to move zigzag line assembly system to U-shaped assembly line systems constitutes a major layout design change and investment for assembly operations. Proponents of the lean manufacturing and just-in-time philosophies assert that U-shaped assembly systems offer several benefits over traditional straight line layouts, including an improvement in labor productivity. This premise often serves as the fundamental reason why firms consider transforming their assembly system from traditional straight line to U-shaped layouts. So next. So the body. So aims, goals, and problems. So the current situation of the manufacturing company is using a face-to-face zigzag layout in production. By using this, processing of items are being slowed and garments are stuck in the first process that can cause the production delay. This how they are using the zigzag line that causes delay to the production. Using this method, processing of items may be slowed down and the materials or garments are stuck in the first processes. After this first process, the employee will deliver the materials or the garments to the second process, which may result in delay in manufacturing of materials, as well as the other processes which might result in delays in production. So the proponents also preferred a U-shaped line to reduce So the proponents also preferred a U-shaped line to reduce output errors and delays. So this reduces distances and makes jobs sharing that allows the operators to work easier and more convenient. It also eliminates transportation waste. This layout provides convenient places for one-piece flow, and it is easier for teammates to communicate better within the cell. So U-shaped line layout use lesser floor space than the straight line layout or the Z-line processes. So this is the modular system for garment production. So the first modular system for garment production. So this is an example of a U-shaped line layout. The first in, first out, or FIFO. So next. So the U-line is actually quite famous in Lathe manufacturing. Often it is praised as the best possible line layout. This U-shaped line layout indeed quite nifty, but it is not universal solution for anything. The U-line is used mostly for manual manufacturing lines. A U-line is less ideal for fully or mostly automated lines. The main benefit exists if multiple operators are within the U of the line. So this figure is a U-shaped line layout, or you can call it a cellular layout. So a U-shaped line layout allows the operators to work more easier. So the other advantages of the U-shaped line layout is the ability of workers to attend multiple processes of the line. Just like, for example, this one. Okay, take. So the advantages of a U-line is ability to work multiple processes within the line, since it's not the adjacent workstation but also the workstation on the other side are close by. So the workers can manage multiple workstations. So this example is figure shows the example of a very high demand, medium demand, and low demand. Next one. So since an operator can tend to multiple machines without excessive walking distance, this type of line is suited to be scaled up and down, adding or removing of workers. The demand is lower, or if the company is facing a lower demand, so you will reduce more and more workers from the line until at the end of the only single workers, just like this one. So only single workers handles all the processes, producing only few parts. So siya operates sa tanang workstation. So if the company facing a medium demand, so allows workers to operate two or three processes. So just like, for example, this one. So every workers will operate two workstations. So if the demand is high, so the same as the medium, so the workers will operate two or three workstations to produce more outputs. So if you have a very high demand, so you put all the workers at every workstation to produce more outputs. So since an operator can tend to multiple machines without excessive walking distances, this type of line will suited to be scaled up and down by adding or removing workers. So if the demand is very high, you put workers at a very workstation and the total output goes up. If demand is lower, you reduce more and more workers from the line until the end until the end, only a single worker handles all the processes, producing only few parts. So, mao ni akong explain to din.
So, good afternoon guys. So, I am Rodel P. Bardo. I will continue the discussion. So, for our assumptions, the research also reveals some limitation of such layout change when factors such as the number of tasks in cycle times are varied. So in this case, so we implement the just-in-time. So the just-in-time or JIT is defined to be an umbrella term for a number of techniques whose purpose is to improve product quality and cost by eliminating all waste in the production system. So sa ilahang company is nag-focus mi sa ilahang products and sa ilang mga operations because some of their process are delayed. So we implement the just-in-time. So because just-in-time is more into improving the product quality and cost by eliminating all waste. So the U-line arranges machines around a U-shaped line in the order in which production operations are performed. So the U-line satisfies the flow manufacturing principle. This requires operators to be multi-skilled to operate several different machines or processes. So for their company is ang ilang gigamit or not all but kasagaran kay zigzag line. So ang mga trabahante is the more nga magtrabaho sila is daghan sila mga unnecessary movements. So in this U-line, so maka-avoid tag mga unnecessary movements. So parang ilang trabaho is dayon. So this U-line to design or redesign the facility layout of manufacturing process, it is possible to apply many different methods. Each one is based on a specific idea and goal to be achieved. So we consider this U-line so that the company will more on producing the number of their products. So they also eliminate all their waste. So next. So since a method usually gives an optimal layout configuration different from the others, it is important to have a performance measurement tool in order to gain hints about the best method to adapt. So the production flow is in the same direction, counterclockwise. So sa U-line is dayon-dayon ra ilang trabaho or counterclockwise or clockwise. And using U-shaped line can minimize the distance between the beginning and the end of the process. So maka-minimize sila distance. So dayon-dayon yung trabaho. And the last one is the first in first out process or FIFO. Can shorten the lead times, reduces errors, and improve order accuracy. So for the data analysis, so one of the main goals of a manufacturing system is the maximization of its productivity. So this depends upon several factors such as the kind and the complexity of the product made. So the quality of the raw materials, the complexity of the manufacturing process, and the arrangement of the workstation constituting the production process. So some of these parameters are determined by the product and for this reason are unchangeable. Others, however, are variable and thus improvable. So in a manufacturing system or in a production, so their main goals, one of their main goals are to produce the good quality of the raw materials and good product. So according to the different properties of a manufacturing process, mainly the productive capacity and the variety of products, the workstation should be organized appropriately. So it is possible to refer a schematic classification represented on this. So that highlights the presence of 4 kinds of layout. So fixed position. So this is used for the realization of very big products such as ships, aircrafts, and heavy machinery. So magamit ning fixed position sa kasagaran sa mga dinagko na nga kuan nga products. So in the cellular layout, this is characterized by cells, so namely groups of different workstations and used to produce similar products of few different families. It is suitable when the production volumes does not support the choice of mass production. So in flow line, this is used for the realization of one product in high quantity through a series of closely connected workstations. So the diagram here is for the process layout. So in the process layout, first we need to be in a fixed position and process layout in a cellular layout. For the quantity, for the product layout, this one based the quantity in a flow line for the mass production. So the more the productions are good, the more the products are be in a good quantity or good quality. So in a variety quantity production relationship, in the figure is shown the best layouts for several combinations of quantity and variety. So generally speaking, if the layout is different from the one purpose, the higher cost or lower efficiencies are faced. So for the figure 1 is only an initial step in identifying the possible facility layout configurations for a specific manufacturing plan. So the development of the best and more suitable plant layout configuration. So in fact, it's usually made with some specific technique in which many of other parameters are considered, such as the relationships between the different workstations, problems in their proximity, etc. According to the figure 1, so the optimal layout of the production of a few parts with high variety is the cellular layout. So the group technology or cellular layout is effectively proposed for small batch production. So it gives many advantages related to improving productivity and cost reductions. So JIT or so just in time is seen as more cost efficient method of maintaining stock levels. So that's why we recommend this for the company. So kaning just in time jud nga kuan is it's more helpful to the company of sa based sa ilahang kuan, sa ilang production, sa ilahang zigzag nga formation. So mas makatabang ning JIT and katong U-shape line para ang ilang work is madayon nga dili na sila magka-kuti-kuti ba. So males for the workers is males jud ang mga unnecessary movement, manilahutera ang trabaho. So the purpose is to minimize the amount of goods you hold at any one time without compromising the production volumes. So and this has numerous advantages such as less space needed with a fast need as much warehouse or storage space to store goods. So less stock levels also means lesser investment. So a just-in-time means producing the right part in right quantity at the right time, thus reducing manufacturing waste. So the objective is to produce a continuous flow of value so the customer can pull. So in just-in-time supports quick response to the customer, better sense of the takt time and abnormality control. So the just-in-time system comprises Kanban and production leveling or the Ijunka. So these are the some benefits of the just-in-time or JIT. So first is no excessive production leading to time and labor cost saving. So next is to reduce overheads and scraps. So reduce work in process or WIP as a result of production against demand. So storage costs and damages during the storage are totally avoided. So increased teamwork and flexibility. So these benefits are be helpful to their company. So this one, just in time for we have the design, productivity, part cost, and quality. For the under and design is the fast response to the engineering change. For the productivity is to reduce rework, and reduce inspection and part delay. So for the part cost, to low scrap cost, low inventory cost. For the quality is the fast production and correction of parts. So kani sila is magamit ni sila sa just in time nga kuan for their company. So just in time is built on the concept of sell one make one or SOMO. It leads towards significant quality and productivity. It is result oriented such that the workers' responsibility and commitment are enhanced. It manages the material flow, bringing down the inventory levels. So here are some advantages of JIT again. So JIT aims at keeping the stock holding to bare minimum, leading to much lower inventory. cost and much lower storage and warehouse costs. Second is to minimum inventory at all stages of supply chain means lesser expiry and lesser wastage for the organization. Next is to lower inventory means lower investment for the same level of production. This reduces working capital investment to a greater extent. This in turn leads to the better ROI or return on investment and profitability for the organization. Next, just-in-time manufacturing aims at producing items based on the demand. Hence, all times produced will be sold, so no obsolete items in the finished goods section. It helps the organization to adapt well to any changes in production specification from the market without the fear of having any kind of waste and obsolete stocks. Next is to achieve GIT production, there is need for very close communication between all the parties involved the entire supply chain. So this communication technique is often referred as Kanban. So in just-in-time, immense focus is on quality of the final product and companies work to achieve first time right for all goods. So lastly, for our conclusion, so just-in-time, proponents assert that U-shaped assembly lines provide many advantages, including an improvement in productivity. So this enables multi-skilled operators to work more and more improved visibility, which allows the construction of stations on both sides of the line with tasks. Also, by using a cellular layout or U-shaped line layout can minimize costs. So cellular manufacturing provides for faster processing time, less material handling, less work in process inventory, and reduced setup time, all of which reduce costs. So employees can enhance their flexibility. Cellular manufacturing allows for the production of small batches, which provides some degree of increased flexibility and to do the job easier. So U-shaped line layout as effective sales manufacture a small portion of similar products and contain all the needed equipment and supplies to complete the process for the sale. So that's all.